Can you see my face and anything?
Yep.
Alright, see my face. Hey, can you see me? John the Braider here. John the Braider. We're here at High Prairie. This is Joss. I am braiding him for the $5,000 Hunter Classic. It goes about 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday. He's a regular working hunter. This is a pretty long mane, but he's a really big horse with a big thick neck. Got a bit of landscape here, you'll see. But I'm just going to start braiding him. I've been braiding all day, so my hands are working a little fast. I'll try to explain as I go. I like to make nice straight cuts across the top of the neck. Nice straight parts too. I like to ribbon the hair and pinch it off. Make sure I fold the top plaits on that braid flat at the top to make sure I have a nice smooth top, and then I just begin braiding down. I'm gonna move around quite a bit, I'm sure. I'll discuss my knot, why I do things the way I do. Nice and straight across the top. Really helps make your braids look all lined up if all your parts for each braid at the top is nice and straight. So you fold the top flat, fold it flat. Make sure you don't create a pucker right there, so you lift the twist up out of the way, and then you start to snug it up as you work your way down. You reach under and grab and turn. You reach under, grab and turn. Keep your thumb on the braid. Opposite thumb from the one you're turning always stays on the braid to keep the braid nice and snug. Now a braid consists of 3 plait revolutions. So you go one full circle of little fly spray there. You go one full circle in 3 turns, or one full circle in 9 turns. And if I've had the mane cut or something like that, I'll add my yarn in early and do the 9 turns, but generally I do the 3 turns. And make sure you keep your hands right in the center. Oops. Close to your braid. And you want to keep your hands kind of rolling down. You roll this braid together. You don't force it. You don't squeeze it in too much. You just kind of create a bit of a chamber in your hands and allow the hair to turn inside that area freely and not anywhere else. Fold it flat, lift it, tuck it under so that that corner is nice and tight. Always keeping your thumb on the braid so you can reach under and just grab and turn that braid down. You don't want to do an awful lot of wasted motion. So each stroke of your hand and your wrist needs to be a very simple mechanism without an exaggeration. And make sure all the hair is going straight, so when you make your nice crisp parts, there's no binding. Just want to snug it right up right there. Keep your thumb on that braid. Start to wind it up. Sometimes you miss. Even when your hands are schooled in practice, you miss. Okay, so we're forming a knot line, a pattern of knots that we're positioning at the end of the braids. That's going to mark our bottom line. Now, this can change a little bit because of the landscape of the neck, like I was talking about earlier. If the muscles in the neck go up or down, then you have to compensate on the length of your braid so that if there's a bump that goes up, you still braid down long enough to make the braid turn under and still stay on the same line as all the other braids. Make sure your knots are nice and tight. Pull on each one. Not too hard, because when you pull that one, you could probably break the yarn. There is no great brown yarn for braiding except Aunt Lydia's, our rug yarn. And it's very difficult to get in large enough quantities to be able to make it worth your while to cut it and use it, because it's sold in such small skeins. The ratio of how many horses you can get to a regular normal skein, say, of yarn to a skein of Aunt Lydia's is ridiculous. Folding, lifting there so you can run that up. It's very important, otherwise your braid is going to twist. And you don't want your braid to twist. You want it to lay absolutely straight on the neck. One, two, three. Let's go over this knot on a few of these braids. I know my hands maybe seem to be working too fast, but I'll go slower later. You have to see how they're supposed to work. You want to make everything a simple mechanism. Fold, lift, tuck, and start to braid. Keep your finger on the braid, grab and twist. Keep your thumb on the braid, grab and twist. Okay, we're going to take the yarn, hold it in pinky, right in between the two, lay it right on top. We're going to go 1, you can see where it turns, 2, you can see how it comes out on top of that one, 3, you can see how it comes right out the side. This one comes back between these two and around to meet this one. There's no slack. Toss it over, hold it, and pull it through. It's just a D knot. Simple hitch knot. What that does is it pinches the end really closed. It's in for one full revolution. It won't come out. It's under the compression of the braid, so that braid is going to hold it nice and snug. It is best to try to work with your hands underneath the crest so that you don't start the braid up over the top of the neck. You have to watch your neckline.